Hello, Hamlet. Nice to meet you. I'm going to conduct an interview with you. These questions are going to ask about your feelings, intentions, or experiences you have had during the play. Sounds good. Let's begin. Claudius asked you why you were so gloomy. Why were you so sad? Just ask what he has asked me. I was actually very sad. I did have the clouds still hang on me. Who is not depressed when their beloved father had died recently? Of course I was sad, not only because of my father's death, but also because I did not want to see Claudius taking the crown. How dare he call me his son? Only my father could call me his son. How did you feel when you saw your mother being with your uncle Claudius? I am not satisfied with her. She's selfish. It has been only 2 months that my father had died. Nay, not so much, not 2. It seems like she is enjoying her life without my father. I can't believe she had decided to remarry with my uncle. I am sure that her tears have left the flushing in her brown eyes. I'm not sure what you mean by tis an unweeded garden that grows to seed. What exactly do you mean? It means that the country Denmark is now out of control. I use this metaphor in order to describe how Denmark is not like a well-kept garden. Rather, it is very messy, and the soil is contaminated with things rank and gross in nature. Now, with Claudius being the king of our country, he will not take care of his citizens and pollute the state. Did you believe in Horatio when he said he had seen your father? Well, since he is a good friend of mine, I did believe in him, but it was very strange. And that's why I kept asking questions about the ghost and whether he was on duty. It was very kind of him answering to every question of mine. What were your feelings as you kept asking Horatio questions about your father? I could not sit still. Therefore, I immediately made an appointment with Horatio, Marcellus, and Bernardo to meet at night. I was excited. I needed to see the ghost before my eyes. As soon as you saw the ghost, were you able to recognize him? Yes, of course, I definitely knew that the father resembled my father. I even told him that I would call it Hamlet, the king father. I was so happy to see him, but I wondered about why he had come. Why now? What made you sure the ghost would not attack you or put you in danger? I saw it wavering me over. The ghost was definitely calling me. Also, we all know that ghosts are immortal, and the ghost that I met did not speak at all. It was not dangerous at all. Hamlet, you once stated to be or not to be. That is the question. Do you mind elaborating on the same? Surely I can. I was talking to Rosencrantz and Guildenstern before and telling them that even the sky appears no other thing to me than a foul and pre-pestilence congregation of vapors. Everything around me seemed negative, and I did not want to live because dying means you're falling into a deep sleep. I don't have to think about anything about my father and mourn my father's death. So I was agonizing over my life. I felt insulted because I was not able to do anything in order to take revenge. I had to do something in order to pay back. On the other hand, I was thinking if such revenge was the moral decision. For seemingly good reason, committing suicide can just end everything because I don't have to be stressful about my real life. You were in a dilemma over your life and death before. Then how did you feel before the play? Because I was too excited to see Claudius's reaction after watching the play. I could not control myself. There was excitement showing on my face. Maybe this is why Ophelia seemed like I was in a good mood. I was actually so curious to see Claudius's startled look. Where were you when you had sent a letter to Horatio? What were you doing? As you can read my letter, you were able to tell that I was not in England. A pirate of very warlike appointment gave us chase, and this grapple, I boarded them. I sent 2 people to Horatio and asked him a favor to take those men and see the king. I didn't know what the 2 men and the pirates who had me were planning to do. But since Horatio is a trustworthy friend, I sent a letter to him. Were you ready to avenge your father's death? Yes, Claudius should have died earlier. He had ruined my family's life. He that hath killed my king and warred my mother. It is a waste to provide his canker with proper clothes, shelter, and food. He doesn't deserve them. How did you feel when Osric came to you and disclosed everything about Lazarus and Claudius? Because Osric motivated and instilled confidence in me, I was actually convinced and knew myself that I would win the match. Osric got the tune of the time and outward habit of encounter. He is a fond friend who obeys me. I trust him that he will deliver my words to the king after I flourish his nature will. What made you so sure that you win the match? It is a waste of time to talk about this. I've been in the conjugal practice. Laterus is a piece of cake. I was trying to take advantage of unguarded moments. He only has the rapier and dagger. I even mocked him before the match. Why did you hurry Horatio to give you the cup? Of course I did not want to die by drinking it. It should be only me who needed to die. I even gave him an order to tell my story. He must be alive and report me by cause or right to the unsatisfied. If not, who is going to do it? Horatio is the man I trust the most. He should be the one. So what happened at last? What was happening to you when you were dying? I can tell you that the poison was indeed deadly. The potent poison quietly encountered my spirit. You can't imagine how painful it was. But I was lucky to deliver my last word to Horatio. There, I wholeheartedly endorse Fortinbras as the next Danish ruler.